People who were the victim of a YouTube prank gone wrong. What was the fallout? I was with my brother when a guy with a mic in his hand and a camera crew cornered us. They asked if we were vegans, and when we replied no, the guy said, "So how do you feel when you ruthlessly call an animal and its family?" I didn't answer and told them to go away, but my brother played along. He was 15 and wanted to have some fun, so he said he felt amazing every time he ate meat. To my absolute shock, the guy who was interviewing us pulled out a firearm and shot my brother in the head. He went down like he was limp, and I could see blood coming from the side of his skull. I turned to look at the guy holding the firearm, and he was laughing like there's no tomorrow. He turned to the camera and said, "Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week with another prank." Meanwhile, I was cradling my brother and trying to keep him alive. I slapped his cheek and told him to give me a sign, anything to show me he was still breathing. But no, his chest stopped moving and there was no air coming out of his nose. I went into an uncontrollable rage. I jumped on the guy who was still holding that firearm and went to punch him when he yelled, "Dude, calm down! It's just a prank!" The bullet was a blank, although I appreciate your brother's acting. I paused, looked back at the pool of blood on the ground, and started punching the guy's face. His camera crew dragged me back and he started swearing at me, calling me crazy and asked if I knew who he was. I didn't reply because I was sobbing. Not only was my brother gone, but the person who took him away was this entitled idiot who couldn't even show remorse. By that time, the security had arrived after hearing the firearm noise, and they quickly arrested everyone, including me. My brother was rushed to the hospital, but he didn't make it. The doctor said his wound had killed him on the spot. The police reviewed the footage and saw how that guy had clearly shot my brother in the head, so they released me, but not him. When he went to court, he told everyone, "I don't know why I'm here. It was just a simple prank where we pretended to be vegans and pretended to shoot meat lovers. All the bullets in that firearm were blanks, so I know I'm innocent and did nothing wrong." The prosecutor asked him if he was aware that my brother had been pronounced dead. That's when his facade finally broke. No, he can't be dead. I shot him with a blank. This guy thought that a blank bullet meant there would be no harm to anyone, but he had shot my brother point blank. The pressure from the release had blown a hole that ruptured nerves and split open my brother's skull from the side. He finally realized that he was not going to get out of this and started crying. I finally have a successful YouTube channel. You can't just send me to prison. It'll ruin all my hard work. Still no apologies and still no remorse for the life he just took. In my testimony, I explained that this guy wasn't mentally unstable. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a danger to society and deserved to be locked up for life. After I said that is when that guy started his apologies, but I was no longer listening. He was sentenced to prison for life, but to me, there was still a loose end. My parents blamed me for not protecting my brother, and I agreed with them, but decided to live on in order to honor his memory.